Ever wondered what Koreans actually eat and enjoy?
This is a segment where you can get a glimpse into the real lifestyles of Koreans through the items and foods that are enjoyed here in Korea.
Hot off the shelf?
With Alex.
Joining us once again to tell you about the it items in Korea, it is our Mitching crazy friend Alex, who is feeling under the weather like me.
Yes.
How you doing, Alex?
I don't know, a little better, because when I wake up sick, I don't have to wake up and, I don't know, vacuum or do house chores. I just roll out of bed and get on the subway and get here.
Is that a dig at me having to look after children when I'm sick? Yeah, this weekend, it hasn't been the most fun, I will admit. When you're ill and looking after a couple of kids, it's like, oh, everything's a chore and a hassle. But you've been kind of feeling under the weather ever since your friend left, right?
No, it's been 3 weeks now. I don't know what's happening.
I think maybe it is just catching up with you,
Yeah,
right? All the hard work from before.
I think that might be it. My body's just like, no, not until you take a 1 week vacation. We're not letting you off. It's probably true though, because the last week too, it's, when I needed my rest, it's like, oh, you got a business meeting with your team. I'm like,
oh dear.
All right, I'll go out. And then I did. That was Saturday night. I was about to get my first rest, and then I didn't.
Oh, no. I hate it when that happens, But you got to be strict, Alex, I feel like. If you want to get better, you just got to say no sometimes.
So maybe I don't want to get better.
Maybe. Maybe it's your...
Maybe I'm choosing career over life, and that's not good.
No, it will catch up with you one day. Maybe you'll look like these dried fish in the market that is today's hashtag post, by the way.
I mean, if I didn't have... a moisturizer, it could already have happened by now.
You may have shriveled up, yeah. Today's hashtag is ordinary or pyeongbom. And the reason I posted up this dry fish market was it was in Gangneung when I went a couple of weeks ago.
Right, yeah.
And it's pretty ordinary in Korea to see these kind of dry fish, dry squid. But in the West, if you saw them, you'd be like, what on earth is going on here? Yeah,
I think one of the strangest parts about traveling and also living in a country that's not your own is realizing that, when you go to a new country, you're like, oh, wow, look at that on the street. Look at that on the street. That's so cool. Look at this, the way they dress. But then when you move somewhere, you realize this is normal. Yeah. This is absolutely ordinary. So it's different to, and that's why I recommend, live here or study abroad here if you can. It's so different to come to Korea as a tourist versus what we're doing. It's like,
yeah, you get a different take on everything, right?
Yeah.
You're not just like, wow, at everything.
Yeah, because if you went to America, you'd be like, oh my gosh, there's so much access to fast food, and it's pretty good too, but if you live there for a year, you're not going to be eating fast food every day.
Yeah, you might then be saying, there's too much here, please clear out these burger joints in favour of some salad restaurants or something, yeah. So that's today's hashtag. Keep posting about that, listeners, ordinary or pyeongbom, and what we're going to talk about today is right in front of us. So we've got the camera in the studio. I think we're going to switch cameras soon. It's cup-up.
Cup-up.
So cup meaning cup and pub meaning a meal, or could mean rice as well, right?
Do you think this was supposed to be it is kind of ordinary in the life of a Korean, especially young people.
Yeah, I have seen these in the past few years. They seem to be getting more and more popular, the cup-up, because it used to be just like the cup ramen, the instant noodles in a cup.
Yeah, and I don't really do that as a meal, which was interesting. Ramen is good in a lot of different ways, and some people do it in meals, but I did it as I need a snack.
Yeah. It's not a proper meal, especially for a grown adult male.
Right.
You're going to be hungry if you just eat one cup ramen. These, however, I have recently tried them. So the camera in the studio is not working. We're having some technical issues. We've got to connect it properly. But these are the cup-ups. So they look like cup ramyuns.
Yes.
They come in this shape and size. I recently had one. And I've got to say, maybe this could last you as a little light lunch because it's got rice in it, the microwavable rice.
It's got hetbun, which is something I've had since day one when I got here. I'm like, oh, I just put this in the microwave. All right, done.
How convenient is this, right? Do you ever cook proper rice in a rice cooker?
Yeah, finally, once I got a roommate and he had one, I was like, well, it's here, so.
And that's convenient as well because you can leave it in there for sometimes days, actually.
Yeah.
You can still just keep scooping it out and it's hot and ready to eat.
I mean, I don't tell people that, but you could.
My one tells me, it shows me how many hours it's been in there. And I think it runs out at 100 hours.
Oh.
And then you shouldn't be eating it, I think. Yeah. But these things are amazing. So inside this packet, the camera is working now. So inside this packet, we got the rice, which is the essential ingredient, I suppose, for the carbohydrate side of things. And then look what's inside this bowl as well, Alex. Could you take these things out one by one and show the camera? Absolutely.
We've got a couple of different options here, and let me feel them first. All right, so this is one of the sauces. It's what you kind of put in there to make sure you get that. I'm guessing red. I don't know which one we picked up here.
That is
the chigae.
Chigae Pot.
So this is what'll give us a little bit of that kind of chigae, or...
Is it saucy in there, can you feel? Or is it powdery?
Well, this one I feel like is powdery.
Okay.
This one, this one is the kind of the color that you add to the soup when you get the stuff on top, the
garnish.
It would be... it might be real, but I'm going to call it the fake yangpan pa, the fake onions, the fake green onions.
Super dehydrated, the dry one, right?
Oh, here it is. This is definitely the sauce.
Yeah.
And this one...
Oh, that is the liquid sauce.
That's the powder.
Yeah, this is the powder. So the powder you've traditionally got in the cup ramyuns as well. But nowadays, they are, even for cup ramyuns, I've seen it, they're giving you the liquid sauce, which just to me makes it feel more authentic and real. I feel it's healthier. I don't know why, just because it's liquid.
No, you've totally made that up. You know that, like... sports drinks are also liquid, doesn't make them healthy.
Yeah, this is true as well. And like you said, this is the garnish. So you got 3 packs to put in there, and in this, you've also got this special little spoon. All of them come with spoons, but these ones, as you can see, they're a bit small, right? For an adult man, you're not going to be using a spoon like this usually, right? Have you seen these?
Well, this one is it's like a weird scooper we have here, and I think you could use it to cut it if you wanted to. Cut the noodles, but there's no noodles. I don't know what this is for. This I've never seen.
That is, so what you do is you clip it on like this. It makes your spoon longer for a start, which is nice, but I think these can also act as like chopsticks, you know? Like that.
Maybe so.
Maybe tweezers as well.
I see the kid chopsticks. I've seen those before, right? They're connected at the end.
Yeah.
I'm like more about the tweezers thing. I didn't do that this morning.
There you go. You could use it as a double-purpose, multi-function. So this is the Chigae Pot.
Yeah.
Chigae being like that army-based stew.
I don't have a word for it. We have a lot of meaty kind of leftovers, put it in a stew, and call it Chigae.
And that's where it got its name from. Apparently, you know that the processed ham, bacon, sausages, that kind of thing can all go in this. And they originally came from the army bases. Like the leftovers from there would be given out. And then you can put in noodles as well, or rice, some vegetables, and it's a spicy broth base.
Quite spicy. And Chigae is something that you'll often get with, I don't know why it is this way, but with lunch with your bosses or with coworkers. Because I've never gone out of my way to get Chigae, like, you know what, on a Tuesday I'm feeling like Chigae by myself, because you can't also, usually Chigae is one of the soups you don't really get by yourself. Yeah, because it's usually a big serving in the middle, isn't it? Right, yeah.
And then you eat it and share it together with like a ladle or something like that. And then what our writer and our producer think would be a good idea is to kind of make this without making it. So we're going to put in everything into here. And then our writer during the song break will then, what's it called? Put the water in. Okay, so you can see what this looks like.
Oh, that sounds good.
Look, there's even desiccated, dehydrated sausages in there.
What the?
Do you want to try one of those, Alex, while it's dry?
Okay.
Is it like a sausage snack crisp? So show the camera.
It tastes kind of, it looks like it feels like, it's like a cracker feeling. If I didn't look at it, you'd be like, okay, you gave me some kind of cracker.
Okay.
Interesting.
Give it a try. So that is what constitutes a sausage, apparently.
So yeah, this is a sausage that has been on the army base, and then they let it out to dry in the sun for 5 hours. Yeah,
and now Alex is going to eat it dry. Not advisable, but I just want to see what it tastes like.
Yeah,
I think it's
realized.
Good radio, yeah.
The sacrifice. All right, here we go.
Yeah. Wow, a crunchy sausage. Does it taste sausagey? And here's the sauce, by the way.
It amazingly tastes kind of like whatever a dried hot dog would taste like.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it bad or?
I wouldn't eat this like watching a movie.
You wouldn't have it as a snack.
But I'm not offended by its taste.
Okay,
you know?
that's not bad. And then you can see the red powder where it's going to get a lot of its spice.
I need some water though.
You do have to, because that is a dry sausage.
All the water out of my mouth.
And here is the liquid sauce as well. So we'll pour this all in, and then what our writer will do is add some water. Let's see what colour this is. Ooh, that's like a real deep red. It almost looks like gochujang, the chili pepper paste.
So what's going to end up coming out is a little less liquidy than a normal ramen when we put it all together, because when you put the rice into a budae-jjigae or into sundaeguk or whatever it may be, you will end up getting this kind of stewy, not stew, juke. Come on, English, what is it? Yeah, porridge.
Like porridge kind of
porridge
style.
Kind of rice. And that's, I'm assuming, what we're going to get. But I can't really do this part yet, because with the hetban, you have to open up a little bit, then microwave it. I can't put it in here first.
No. And then, so we fill it up to the line. There's a line in there. It smells really good. Smell that sauce. Right? That's pretty good.
It does, but it also smells really dry, and my mouth is... I'm going to... During the next song break, I'm going to go get a lot of water.
There you go. So that's what it looks like. Not too appetizing right now, but after we've added some water and stuff, it's going to be delicious. I
think it looks kind of appetizing.
Alex, why don't we, while we got to wait for that during the song break, so why don't we get to this one and try a bit, because our writer has already put in the water in here. This is Osam Bulgogi Topap. So this has, I think, the ojingo.
Yeah.
And then also the samgyeopsal, I assume, is the sam, or sam. So ojingo is the squid, sam is the pork belly, and the rice. And here it is. So we've microwaved it. We've put in the rice and the sauce.
So you had the sauce in the bottom, everything mixed in there, and then you just kind of
mix it.
Plop in the rice, basically.
Yeah. Oh, I'm actually a bit hungry, so I'm looking forward to this. As you can see, a lot of stuff in Korea is spicy, even the cup-ups. And if spice is not your thing, we do have one other thing that is not so spicy that we'll try as well.
No, I will say this, though. One thing about Korea and America and strange thing is I can eat spicy food pretty well, but I've never had spicy food for breakfast.
Okay, and yet, so there's always a first.
No, until I came to Korea.
Okay.
All right, are you doing this?
Yeah, there we go. I've served it out, and we both got a cold, so we've got some separate spoons over there, Alex.
Or you just eat that, and I will eat from the bowl.
Oh, that's also a good idea. But I've separated it out so nicely. Look at that. Doesn't that look like you could get it from a restaurant, though? Seriously.
Oh, absolutely. Here we go. How is it? Good?
That's amazing.
I got a strip of bacon on this one. I'm excited.
Seriously. Wow. If you had that as airline food, that would be like the best airline food ever. That's really nice, no?
That is way better than airline food.
Yeah. Like 10 times better than... I mean, you could have that in a restaurant. I would not be offended to get this. It was delicious. It's sweet as well as a bit spicy.
All right, yeah, this has surpassed my expectations.
Yeah, how do they get the meat to taste like proper meat as well?
I don't know, because if it was as dry as that hot dog I ate earlier, I have no idea.
This is amazing. So sometimes it must be more convenient to not cook a meal.
No, absolutely.
From scratch.
And that's the reason these things are getting popular, is the, I think it's called the honjok bap, or hombap joke, there it is, which is the, in horrible English, alone meal family.
Alone meal family. Love it.
But it actually means like the single household, the person who lives by themselves. And that is, some might say frighteningly common, but then again, that's me too.
Yeah.
I do have a roommate technically, but I don't know if I register. That's not a household per se. Because the family unit, tax reasons, all that stuff is whatever. But I don't eat with my roommate because our schedules are different. So I often eat alone.
Okay, so this would be perfect, no?
Actually, I know. Like, why am I paying like I go out like to my neighborhood dak bokkumtang, like spicy chicken soup place.
Yeah.
And I'm paying $8. I'm like, man, this is probably $1.50. I'm like,
yeah. I'm assuming this would not cost you more than about 3,000 won, something like that. They are a bit more expensive than the instant noodles because you've got the rice in there as well.
Yeah, oh, true, yeah.
But this is amazing. Seriously, this is a proper meal in a cup with the rice. Of course, it will be high in certain salts and things like that.
Yeah, but all soup is, so it's the same for me. I get soup all the time. It's like, well, whatever.
There you go, right? This is brilliant. This is my favourite I've ever tried. Osam bulgogi topbap. So topbap means putting something on top of rice. As Alex said, you kind of do it the opposite here. You put the rice on top of the other stuff in the cup.
Wait, this is blowing my mind. Wait, does topbap mean like the verb topta, to cover?
Yes.
Wait, I've never known that. I memorized the word. I never really realized that.
Now you'll know the meaning as well, Alex, right? So it's covering the rice.
Chayuk topbap. I've never realized that. That's cool.
We learn something new every day. I've learned that this is delicious, and the dried meat does not taste dry at all. You've got the dried pork in there, and also the ojinga, the squid. It tastes like a proper freshly cooked thing.
I partially wonder if it's because we got a Korean helping us make it.
Maybe. If we did this, it would turn out disastrously. We've got a couple of messages to read out. Picky Flyers from YouTube says, you were talking about rice earlier, keeping it for days. Doesn't it go bad? Well, in the rice cookers here, they've got some function which I think is called porn in Korean, which means keeping it at a regular temperature. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't go bad for at least, like the record I think I've had it is 4 days. And it was okay.
All right. Yeah, even if it does go a little bit longer, or nears that 4-day mark, it just becomes a drier rice.
Yeah.
Which is, less delicious, it's true, but yeah. I don't know. I don't want to waste it. And when you put it in a soup, by the way, if you're making soup and then you put it in it, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So if you're having, like, rice as the main thing, yeah, it tastes a little bad. But if you're just mixing it in with, like, a kimchi jjigae at home, whatever.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. You're right. If you mix it with a soup, then you can't barely notice the difference, right? This has been a revelation to me. I don't think we've ever eaten this much in a song break. Even when we had Chef Ryan bringing in gourmet cuisine. I do love Chef Ryan, and his creations were delicious, but this is amazing. Siska also says from Indonesia, Omo, you guys are making me hungry. Anyway, I love kongbap. I just ate it yesterday. Here we can cook it. Buy the raw kongbaps in the supermarkets. Okay, so the beans in there as well. You've also got a message, Alex?
I do, from Singapore. Hey, what's up, Annie? Good morning, Alex and Peter. I like budae jjigae, so I'm curious how this cup budae jjigae tastes like. I still like the cup ramen here. Who doesn't? It's still delicious. Here we have cup noodles, mashed potatoes. Oh, what? Wait. Hold up. I need to, before I go on, you got cup mashed potatoes? Like, you can make it instant? That would be amazing. I don't get mashed potatoes here.
It is hard to find a good mashed potato place, but did you not have in the US powdered mashed potato?
Oh, yeah, I guess we had that. That's true.
Maybe that's what Annie's talking about. It doesn't taste quite the same, does it?
No, not quite. And then spaghetti and pasta as well. I bought a pasta cup, but I've not tried it yet. Although, I really love this typo because it's correct.
Uh-huh.
I bought a pasta cup, but I've not fried it yet.
Fried it?
It works totally the same. It's totally fine.
I see. Brilliant.
It's awesome.
Either way, right?
It's great, actually.
Thanks for the message, Annie. We also got one from Niyama Kwaron on YouTube saying, these days I got Korean ramyeon from my sister. I tried it and it's really spicy. Mm-hmm. I'm not used to spicy food, so tears started to come out from my eyes. Yeah, a lot of the ramyeons are spicy, but we must say there are a few, like the Twigim udon ramen is quite nice. I know it says udon, but it's not really the thick udon. It's like still the instant noodle. Yeah,
and sometimes you get the kind of the white creamy paste, like similar to the spaghetti cup, I guess. Like, the ones that don't have the watery one, it's more like a spaghetti noodle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you can get ones that have the white sauce on it. Although recently they came out with a spicy carbonara ramen.
Oh, really?
But it is spicy. Like, they don't kid around, but it helps to you get a little bit of that cheesy kind of flavor that goes with it.
Balances it out a little bit.
It's real good.
That sounds nice, doesn't it? Yeah. This is a little spicy, but I wouldn't say too spicy, as long as you're not terrible with spicy
Apparently
food.
Not. We're still eating on air. And
we've polished this off. And the budae jjigae that we'll have in part 3 is also a bit spicy. But for anyone out there who is not into their spicy foods, then we've got this next one here, Alex. Can you show it without spilling it to the camera?
Probably not. This is hwangtae gukbap.
Hwangtae gukbap. So hwangtae being the dried pollock, I believe, and then it's a soup with the rice in it, okay? And this is not spicy. Traditionally, this is used as like a hangover soup sometimes, the hwangtae guk.
Yeah, I mean, which is weird because, first of all, when it came to Korea, I didn't eat soup as a hangover meal.
Sure, yeah, it's like pizzas and burgers, right?
Yeah,
in the
but
West.
then you switch it over and tell me, oh, by the way, there's fish. I would throw up the first time I heard that. What do you mean fish for hangover? Like that's for an American.
Dried fish as well, yeah.
Dried fish in the morning. Any fish in the morning is odd.
It is, isn't it? Smoked kippers is sometimes a thing in Britain, or smoked salmon, but that's very different to... You can eat just a grilled fish here for breakfast as well. Once you get used to it, not so bad, but still, I don't have it for breakfast often, no.
I don't have fish, but I do have soup for hangover breakfast, though. Okay. I still do that, but I still don't have fish. It just doesn't... I don't know. It
is an interesting ingredient to have. We've got some cups here, so I'm going to divvy this up, Alex, if you give me a couple of cups.
Yes.
I have had this before, I have to say, because we went away and we needed something for my daughter to eat, and this is not spicy, and she likes the hwangtaeguk, so we bought this from a store, and at the time, she gobbled it up. She loved it.
Wait, are you talking about the cup hwangtaeguk?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we bought it from like a convenience store. It cost like a few dollars. There's even tofu in here, by the way.
Oh, really? I'm not exactly looking forward to it, though. I smell the fish and I'm like, that's still not my breakfast thing.
I'm gonna love your reaction.
I don't. Yeah,
let's get a close up.
I'm always honest when I'm on camera.
Yeah, if you don't like it, just tell us. By the way, there are a few little sliced chilies, so there could be a bit of a kick, but from what I remember, it's not too spicy.
All right, here goes. You first, or I'll go first?
It smells so savory, yeah. But you're right, it does smell fishy, doesn't it?
You know what?
Yep.
I think it's okay because we started off with a non-fit. Like, my taste buds are ready for it.
Okay, your stomach is not empty. It might have been worse if it was. It smells, fishy, but...
I could have this for, I think, a late night dinner snack.
That is probably good as well. Why does anyone cook anymore? Let's just buy cup-ups everywhere.
I don't understand.
This is seriously, the soup is so hearty and warming with the rice in it as well.
It's almost too bad I found out now because I think this is great for winter.
Oh, yeah, that's
particular
true.
one.
This would be a real good one, for those cold winter days. It is meant to get pretty chilly, maybe even snow on Wednesday, Alex, so perhaps you could have this.
Okay, problem solved.
There you go. See, I've solved your Wednesday meal problem. We'll be back in part 3 with the pudechige one, which is kind of the sausage stew. Looking forward to that. We're back for part 3 of Hot Off the Shelf. This has been delicious so far. I'm having fun.
I don't know why I cook at home anymore.
Yeah, I'm not going to cook at home. We're just going to have shelves for these cup-ups. They fit stackable on top of each other and everything. They've got loads of different flavors. Like Alex mentioned earlier, the rise of single-person households has really increased the popularity of these kind of products. Also, just in the supermarkets, having smaller portions of like vegetables and fruits to buy has been a really notable thing. Why don't we get to some messages, Alex? I got one here from Manol Jangachi from... I don't think you're from Azerbaijan. I think that's just because it's high on the list of countries to choose, starting with an A. You said, wow, the studio is trembling with the smell of tteokbokki. It may look like tteokbokki, you're right, but the taste, I guess the sauce is kind of a similar taste, but it's not quite tteokbokki. You said, I'm impressed how King Pedro is handling spicy food. It's not been too spicy so far, but this last one, this sausage stew does look a bit like it's got a kick, doesn't it? You said it reminds me of a YouTube series called Hot Ones, and if Pedro, you can create a Korean version of the show, I'm 100% sure that it'll be on fire. I like the pun there. Always a great show. Have a great week ahead, guys. Thank you, Manuel.
That is an absolutely brilliant, a shout out to them. That's an absolutely brilliant YouTube series, by the way.
Really? Hot Ones?
Yeah, they get celebrities in and they eat increasingly hot chicken wings, and they just interview each other, but you gotta,
keep eating.
You got to keep eating
while doing the interview.
So each level, you get a little higher and higher.
Oh, that's brilliant. We should get Korean celebrities to do that.
Yeah. Wait. This is a bad idea because now that this is a great idea, it's like we don't need Alex. We've got.
No, not for this. For a YouTube series, we'll just do it. Peter and Alex's grilling celebrities, guaranteed to be on fire. That can be our tagline as well. On fire. There we go. You got a message from Will?
I do. In Canada, Peter and Alex, just how spicy would that be? Can you please write the name of it so I can find it? Thank you.
Okay, I'll ask our writer if we can post this up on the website somehow, the name.
So it's O-Sam, which is Ojingo. Mm-hmm. Sam is samgyeopsal, I'm guessing. And then bulgogi, which is bulgogi.
I guess we have another way it's cooked, because I don't think there's separate bulgogi in here. There might be, which is like the kind of grilled, marinated beef.
And then doppap, which is covered rice.
It's not that spicy, Will, right?
This will not keep you warm in a Canadian winter. No, it's good. Like
it's comfortable, right?
I would say for people who are bad at spice, this would be one of the ones where like I can manage it, but it's really hot.
Yeah,
but
that's
if
true.
You're good at spicy foods, this is just another dish.
Yeah, it's not too bad at all, Will. I'm sure you'll be able to handle it, unless you are really terrible at spice. And
right.
Siska says, a good point from Indonesia. I don't like rice in my soup anyway. I usually have it separately because I don't like my rice becoming soaked, and I'm not really interested in the dry pollock soup one. So are you that kind of guy, Alex? Do you like to mix it together or keep the rice separate and dry?
I used to mix it all the time, but you have to share soup in Korea, so you can't just mix it in like a middle bowl.
Yes.
But I will, with my kimchi jjigae, I like mixing it with the rice. Yeah,
I do as well because it's too spicy, I find, without the rice in there. But Siska, there is a solution. The rice does come separately, as you saw earlier, so you can keep the rice in that plastic bowl after taking it out of the microwave and just put little bits in there, or just have it completely separately. You're not forced to put it in.
We're not forced to, yeah.
No, we have done so also for the budae-jjigae, put in the rice. So let me mix it up a bit. This one looks like it's going to be spicy, doesn't it?
All right, mix it up and pour it for us. I got some more info as you're doing that.
Okay.
So there is a Kopbap street, by the way.
Kopbap street?
In Noryangjin.
As in like a food street for kopbap?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the reason is in Noryangjin, most people are preparing for this exam called a Gongmuwan Shihom or Gongshi.
There's lots of academies over there,
right? And you're preparing for an exam to be a government official, basically. And so it makes sense that you would have a nice, cheap street where you just need quick food that's cheap.
I assume the kopbaps there, though, are not these ones that you buy from the convenience store, but are like prepared by little vendors there.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but, you know, most of the ramen that goes into our soups are straight from a regular ramen package.
That's true.
There's not like a special one. So, I don't know, maybe if you just sell it for like $4, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
And of course, reason being, young people, cheap, easy, and you're living alone. Kind of sad, but hey, at least you got someone...
You've got delicious kopbaps, right?
Yeah, you got that. And also the rise of having a screen in front of you. I actually, almost every meal at home, I usually choose some of my favorite channels and I watch them on social media. And I'm like, yo, I have to get my political fix or I have to get my comedy fix. And I just sit down and do that. So that's actually pretty common. By the way, as we're doing this, there is a personality test.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
This is a fun one.
Okay.
Suppose you've invited your boyfriend or girlfriend over for dinner. Let's say pre-marriage. Let's, we're trying to show off a little bit.
Yep.
So what would you serve for dinner? Number 1, Western food, steak, salad. Number 2, rice, and something like a main meal, like rice and let's just say galbijjim.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Chinese delivery food like jjajangmyeon, or fast food like pizza and burgers.
Okay, so you choose one of those options. Think about it. We'll try this in the meantime, and then Alex is going to tell us what it means for our psychology test.
Yes, here we go.
This is the budae-jjigae one. It looks pretty spicy. The sausages have plumped up nicely with the water there.
They probably taste a lot better than one I had.
I do apologise. Let me taste it now that it's wet. It's got a nice chew like a sausage. It smells delicious, this budae-jjigae, by the way, because when you put like processed ham and meats in a spicy broth, it adds an extra layer. How's it tasting, Alex?
You know what? I really like it. And I think it has a slight budae-jjigae taste, but I think it tastes a little bit different.
It does, you're right. It doesn't taste like a proper budae-jjigae.
I'm not complaining. It's not exactly a budae-jjigae. It's its own thing.
It tastes a little bit like a ramyeon soup.
Yeah.
Like budae-jjigae, because basically I guess it is a ramyeon soup with the powder in there. But again, really good. Really good. Like,
Oh, man.
This is the spiciest, though, I feel, right?
I think, this is definitely spiciest.
If you're not good with spice, then avoid this one. Definitely don't buy this one, the budae-jjigae bap.
But I think we need to... I don't know, they're pretty good. I think next week we could try different kopbaps.
Just keep doing kopbaps, right? So these are the 3. What was your favourite?
I'm still going to go with the Osam bulgogi. The first one we had, which was the squid. I can't English today. Squid, pork, and rice. I think that was good.
I'd love to show our listeners the remains of it, but there's none left.
Because we killed it.
This was my favourite as well, Alex. Seriously. Like, if I had that in a restaurant, I would be totally happy.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be happy to pay, like, maybe $9-10 for that, yeah.
I would be like, you could trick somebody. You could start a restaurant and then just put the rice down and then like put it neatly on top and add a little side dish of kimchi.
Some seaweed garnish.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, this is perfectly fine. All right.
I made it, yeah. And this Chigae one, not bad at all.
No.
The Untitled Chapter as well, not bad at all. But I like this that it doesn't have the soup, as well.
I think that's the cool part about this one. I'm with you on that one. For some reason, even my ramyuns, I go with the one that's not soupy. I go for the one that's a little saucier.
Like the kind of jjajangmyeon ones as well, the black bean noodles. They're good, aren't they? Okay, Alex, then. If I had a girlfriend over before I was married, obviously my wife, before we were married, I would, out of those options you said, I guess you want to cook to kind of show off, but then again, it might not taste good. I think I would do rice and a main dish and side dishes.
Fair enough.
Number 2. What does that say about me?
It says that you often think about the future and have a lot of expectations. You've got lots of dreams. But you don't express those plans outward. Oh. You strive to do it on your own.
Do I?
I guess.
I don't know.
So instead of trying to achieve these grand dreams, what you should be doing, though, to kind of is supposed to help you out too, is go step by step. Maybe your dreams are too big. You need to break them down a little bit.
Well, I did always have a dream of getting married to my wife at a certain age, and I achieved that. So maybe I do have these big plans, right?
Well, and that's why I chose a different dinner, apparently.
What did you choose then, Alex?
I don't know. Because it's a mix.
What would you do?
So what I always do, I only have like 2 meals I can cook that I'm proud of.
What are they?
And a Western style omelet, but a really good omelet. Like, like lots of veggies in there and meat.
It's like a proper fluffy omelet.
It's a proper omelet. Okay. My dad taught me. It's real good.
Nice.
Or I would go with this kind of dakgalbi fusion.
Ooh.
I use
spicy chicken.
I use taco seasoning and gochujang and mix it together.
Nice.
And do some veggies on the side. And so those are my go-to, and
they're not on this list.
I'm gonna say that's kind of like Western food, though.
Okay.
So that means I don't have any specific plans for the future. That is correct.
Yes.
I anticipate my situation will be better than it is now. Okay, sure, yeah. Your life has been a smooth road. Yeah, I've definitely been lucky in life. There's no doubt about
bumps.
it. No, always had a nice meal on the table.
That's good.
Maybe that's why you're a little bit proud and arrogant. 100% true. That is frighteningly accurate.
Spot on, wow.
And make a little more effort, and you'll likely be a better situation in the future. That is the most generic one, though. That's
ever.
like, try hard and it'll be better. Like, all right, thanks. But the rest of that's true. I'm totally proud, arrogant, jerk.
Nice.
Who's had an okay life.
This is obviously 100% accurate then. For listeners who chose number 3, the Chinese food delivery, it means you spend more time worrying than you do thinking. And fast food means you obsess over the past and your old memories. Just a bit of fun.
Super quickly, though, if you do delivery food, it also means your relationship is about over, if that's all you try, or you're deep into the relationship and you're comfortable with yourselves.
One of the two, right?
Choose one.
Definitely. Alex, you'll be back next Monday. Looking forward to seeing you with a belly full of cup-up, I reckon, right?
Maybe so.
Have a good week.
All right, have a good one.
We're going to play some Kim Bom Soo featuring Geeks and Lee Hee Son Yasa, Home Meal or Chip Up.